Hi guys, welcome back to WePlaySG, and today we have another unboxing for you guys, and this is Twilight Inscription, and this is a game by Fantasy Flight Games and game designed by James Niffen. So I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. And as you can see here, this is the epic roll and write experience, and yeah, this is also set in the Twilight Imperium universe, as you can see from art here. So if you guys are not aware, Twilight Imperium is actually kind of like I'm not sure if it's a 4X game, but it is a very not complicated, but rather complex and very heavy game, which involves around space. So yeah, that's a really oversimplification of the game. So, but anyway, this Twilight Inscription is actually a roll and write version of that game. It's not really an exact replica of that game, but rather it's set in that universe. So if you've played Twilight Imperium, you will most likely find a lot of similarities in terms of its theme over here. So that would really be quite nice if you've played that. So yeah, and this is probably my third or fourth roll and write game. I like it, but it's usually a bit kind of, I wouldn't say luck, but then yeah, it's quite simple, it's fun, it's light, yeah. But this one is really quite interesting because if you can see, maybe I'll just flip it to the back later, so you can just take a look at this part of it. This is the top and the sides and the bottom. So if you take a look at the back, so you can see here, so every player will have these four big boards where they do all their writing in. And yes, so if we can see over here, it actually says plays for 90 to 120 minutes. So that's way longer than any roll and writes that I've ever owned. And you can play for 1 to 8 players, so that's pretty good. And I don't think the gameplay itself would extend much longer if the player count were to increase, because basically you roll the dice, everybody just do it simultaneously, so not too much downtime even if you increase the player count. So 1 to 8, that's a very good number. And yeah, I'm not sure if the player count matters, but I don't think there's so much interactions between the players, so I guess that's fine. And yeah, so this is Twilight Inscription, so let's get it open. Okay, so once again, this is Twilight Inscription. Let's see what's inside. And okay, again, nothing much at the back, so let's just set this aside here. Okay, so okay, very bluish first feel, and things are a bit dusty and powdery for some reason. And okay, so we have a first glance at the board, so we'll take a look at them later. So we have a play as you learn and a rulebook, so that's nice. So it's a pretty thick rulebook for roll and write, but again 90 to 120 minutes, so we can expect a little bit of complexity over here. So we have our components, a rulebook, player sheets, 8 of every one of it, so that's 32. We have a rec sheet, kind of like a main sheet that everybody uses. We have faction cards, event cards, objective, relic cards, agenda, 1 speaker card. So that's kind of like a first player thing, I guess. 8 reference cards, erase markers, black dice, and focus dice. So we have these chalk markers. So before the first game, the markers must be primed by shaking them with the cap on for 20 seconds. Markers should be stored with the caps firmly on. Interesting. So you allow 10 seconds to dry, avoid smudging, and erase the sheet after game. Wipe them with dry paper towels. Slightly damp paper towels can be used to remove any residue that builds. So that's the very first time that I saw any sort of a note for you to use, like on how to use the erase markers. So that's interesting. Maybe I didn't prime them, that's why they didn't work that well. But okay. So we have this setup. So everybody will be using one of each. We have navigation, expansion, warfare, and industry, and setting up all the decks. So these are our concepts and how to play the game, and what each of these bots do. So this is the navigation. So you have all this. Again, all the bots are different. So this expansion. Like even within navigation, the bots and maybe the starting places they are different. And industry, warfare, the event cards, production event cards, additional rules for the assets, and stuff here, focus dice, objectives, and winning the game. So of course, I suppose the most point you have, that would be the winner. So we have a solo and 2-player rules. So that's interesting. Oh yeah, it's a 1 to 8 player game, so it's actually soloable. So basically solo, you just kind of have to beat this score. So yeah, nothing too much, no sort of AI that you're going against. So here we have the play as you learn. So there's a setup that's similar. There's a round one, it's a pamphlet style. Round one, navigation, expansion, industry, and a warfare. So it kind of like goes through all the different bots with you. Round 5 and beyond, and you can kind of do your own thing from there. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the dice first, maybe. So these are really chunky dice. So they are really nice and huge. So and they sound really nice. Yep. So that's just 6 in my hand. So yeah, they do sound really nice. Okay, again, very nice wiggle at the end. Yep, that's nice. And this is like, I suppose you use these 3 usually. And if you've upgraded the board, then maybe get to use all these different ones. So you kind of get more and more dice choice as the game goes on. So these are the dice. Again, nice. Okay, so again, I'm seeing some sort of defect here. It's like a little bit white over here for some reason. So this is only for the black dice. The rest also do have a little bit, like kind of like a knock mark or something. Same with this. Not too sure what's wrong. And you can kind of see like a bubble inside, but it's not very easy to tell from the camera. So all the black dice have that, and I'm assuming, yeah. So all of them have some sort of defect here. You can see a white spot here for the pink dice, and the green dice, I think I saw it somewhere. Yeah, there's also a little bit of a kind of like a bent mark, what it seems like. And also the blue one also have something over here. Not too sure if you can see it, but yeah, it's there. So all the dice are kind of have something wrong with them. So that's our dice here, and let's take a look at the markers. So let's go through this last. So again, I will have the sleeve test at the end, so do check out, do keep a lookout, or if you want, you can always use the timestamps down below to navigate your way. So yeah, again, these markers are pretty interesting because yeah, again, we have 8 of them because we have 8 people. Let's just take one random one. Again, this is very thin. It's kind of like near cardstock line, and that's not very good, but okay. So we have this spot here. It's not very big. I thought it was, from videos it looks quite big, but okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's smaller than A4. It's slightly bigger than, yeah, it's bigger than A5 definitely. So yeah, so basically you can't actually use any sort of marker colors, because you can't use blue. You can't use blue because blue is you can't really see what you're drawing, and you can't really use red because there are some bright areas, unless the red is like super bright, or you definitely can't use black. Yeah, so those are the common colors. So, and they have this orange color, so that's the only color that's the most visible. And so we didn't shake this, so maybe let's try just using it like this and see what. Okay, the marker is actually quite tight, so I'm not sure how I should even be drawing this. So I'm just going to draw a circle here and see what it goes. Okay, so you can see it's very obvious if it's an orange color, so any other color you use might not be that obvious. So maybe let's try shake it for a while. Maybe not 20 seconds, maybe like 10 seconds or so. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's see if there's any difference. So maybe let's mark it at this one. Okay, a tiny bit darker as you can see, but I'm not sure if it's because I just drew it. So okay, yeah, the cat is pretty tight, so pretty good quality. And I'm going to use this eraser. So this is about 10 seconds, I guess. So yeah, we can see that yes, so when you just draw it, it's quite obvious, but after a while it just kind of fades a little bit as it dries. So maybe let's do a test here to try to erase this. The first one that we just drew, the more recent one. Okay, pretty clean. Not much left behind, but you can see the marker is about, yeah, you can see the orange spot. And then let's try to erase the one that we first draw. Okay, still okay, but that again, that's like probably less than a minute. So if you are playing the game for 2 hours, so I'm not sure how easy it is to like actually remove it. Again, I wouldn't really recommend using this because yeah, it's gonna make the whole box dirty after a while. So yeah, just use a tissue or paper towel to just clean up everything. So that's the marker, and let's go on to this. So we have one stack here, and I think all of it will have let's see, so you can see over here we have 1A all the way to 8A, and each and every one of them is actually different. So you can see these planets are all different and the shapes are different. So yeah, I'm just gonna assume that everything is different. Yeah, and this is for the expansion board, and I suppose this is kind of like your points tracker. And you have a 1A, and we also have a B side, which is also from 1B to 8B, and again everything is okay. So I'm just trying to look at the first planet, and it seems like the B side has all the same configurations of the planet. So if I put it side by side, you can see it's should be exactly the same. Yeah, so I suppose the B side is different. I mean, the B side is the same. Yeah, you can see it's shiny because it's yeah, you have to write stuff on it. So that is expansion. So yeah, again, expansion is like planets and stuff. So I suppose if you roll this, you can kind of cross it. I mean this symbol. So again, let's just take a look at the dice, which I failed to show. You have 2 of this symbol, 3 of this symbol, the one that looks like a C, and 1 triangle, and then the rest is the same. Yeah, so 2 of this, 1, 2, 3 of this, and another one that's the triangle. So same for this. And this, I guess it will be more focused. That's why they're called focus dice. We have 2 sides that has 2 symbols, and the rest is just 1. And this is for, again, same 2 sides with 2 symbols, 2 triangle symbols, and the rest are 1s. And then same for the blue. Yep, so that's the sort of dice layout. And next we have is industry. So this is again 1A, and yeah, they are clearly different based on the map. And there's lots of this kind of stuff that you kind of circle. Yeah, but everybody kind of starts with 2 votes here. So these are the votes. And yeah, interesting. And we have the back side. So again, yeah, so the B side I've concluded is that everything is the same. Yes, even start at the same place. So yeah, so that's the industry. And here we have the navigation. So yeah, yes, the map is different, and you do start at different places. Like this starts here, and the other one starts at the corner here. And this is the B side, in which everyone has the same map and starts at the same place. So yeah, that's interesting. So that's navigation. Again, all the planets that you kind of have to like maybe travel to. And then we have lastly the warfare. So you're kind of like drawing patterns onto here. Yeah. And the patterns are, I think, the same. Yes, they're all the same, but the layout over here is different. So yeah, and we have this one that's not bad. And again, this side will have everything that's the same. So that's for warfare. And let's go to this passport. Yeah, I have no idea what is this, but yeah, I guess you kind of use it maybe in like I don't know, to keep track of some stuff. So these are like final scoring. Cool. So let's get on to the cards here. So we have the big cards and the small cards. So let's go through the big ones first. So these are huge. So again, linen finish. You guys can see. Yes, it's a very nice linen finish, and cardstock is pretty okay. A little soft, but not to the extent of like flimsy. So here we have all the different factions, which there's quite a lot. And here we have, let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so here we have the one that's always on the cover. So there's a backstory, you can read it, and yeah, so that's interesting. So the setup is you claim 2 of this thing, and the first one you spend each round can be spent as a 2/2/2 instead of a 1. Cool. So you have guild ships on industry. Claim into spaces that contains 1 commodity, not a double commodity. Okay, cool. So the rest I'm just going to skim through so you guys can see it, and do pause the video if you want to read it. Yeah, so these are probably all the characters from Twilight Imperium. Yeah, so actually it has quite a bit of variety here, and there's quite a lot of different sort of factions that you can choose from. So, and these are the back story. I hope the words isn't too small for you guys to read it. But it's nice that they are using like bigger cards for this, so that they have enough space for all the information that's inside. Okay, so these are the faction cards. That's how I'm going to call them. And then we have some references. We should have 8. So yeah, these are the victory points, your planet, trade goods, vote, specialty, and focus. So the other side would be more icon explanations. So again, 8 of it. Yeah. So the rest here is probably the same. We have this V, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I suppose it may be the different rounds. So these are the blue and black ones. Interesting. Okay, let's just take a quick look at this. So this I think kind of dictates like what happens every round. So this, you can choose active sheets and spend these cards resources, which is 2 of these. Speaker rolls dice, spend dice resource. So that's similar. So the sides are pretty much the same, the instructions here, but the dice is different. So yeah, so and then this is a bit different. So these are strategy cards, these are council. You can claim 1 vote, I guess, on industry for each unlock +1 icon in your industry chart. Then flip and vote on the stage 2 agenda. Cool. So you have war, production, council, more war. Claim 1 of this trade good on industry for each unlocked +1. Kind of like a bonus if you have the unlocked. Again, the art here is really nice. Yeah. This is also one of my very few space themed games. And we have the black ones here. So it's all the different ones. Yeah, again, I'm not too sure what's the end game condition. Yeah. I suppose there will be. I don't think it's like dictated by the number of rounds. So yeah, this is quite interesting actually, and it's nice that you can play it solo. Okay, I'll leave one of these for the sleeve test, and then let's go through the small cards. So here we have the smaller cards. Again, this kind of reminds me of Terraforming Mars, which I'm quite excited for. So we have a few different bags, I suppose. We have a speaker card, which is just one. We have this. Okay, we have these bags, and this, which has a number on it. 3, 2. Cool. Let's take a look at this. So there's the speaker card. So cool. So to vote on an agenda, resolve the following steps: declare agenda, cast votes, announce votes, resolve outcome, and spend votes. Okay, cool. So next we have this, which I'm not too sure what are these, but they are kind of like color coded to the different areas of the board. So this is like the warfare ones. So yeah, this doesn't really do anything but mark all 10 nodes in 2 rows. You can build. Also, I think these are like objectives. So you have 10 scrap spaces, claim 3 commodity, technocraft, expansionist. So for each board there is actually about 3, I guess, and yeah, there's more here. Oh, it's just, so it's not the same. So this is like 2, and this is just 1, maybe for 1 or 2 players. So this is the flip side. Okay, and let's take a look at this one. This is, I have no idea what it is, but yeah, it has this stage here, stage number. So we have this homestay relief, pass or fail. On warfare, each player may deploy 3 infantry or 1 PDS. On fail on expansion, each player may cross out one resource icon on each space block. Interesting. So yeah, not too sure when do you use this. Again, do pause the video if you guys want to read it. Okay, so lastly we have this. So I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just going to show you guys the content. So it's play immediately, unlock the next 3 +1 icons in your industry chart, then deploy 1 PDS. So a bit of a flavor text here and some victory points. So it's something that you gain. Maybe when you cross off some stuff here, maybe it has related to this icon. Volume 2, Nano Forge, the Prophet's Tier. Okay, cool. Again, I haven't played this before, so I have no idea how the cards work. So I'm just going to go through the cards and hope you guys get to see what are the contents as always. And I'm going to show you guys the sleeve test. Okay, so let's start off with the big cards. So for the big cards, you actually should go for this 70 by 120 millimeters, and this is again by Sleeve Kings. So it's about 60 microns thick, and again it doesn't really matter since there's no insert here. But for the sides, you can get this. It's pretty snug at the sides as always, and the top here is very nicely covered with just a bit with some leeway here, which is just nice. Yeah, so this is the one I should go for. It fits very nicely, as you can see. And again, there's only 2 sizes in this game, so there's a big one and this is a small one. So this is 57.5 by 89 millimeters. So same thing, snug at the sides, and the tops is also quite nice, as in there's just a comfortable amount of space here, not too much, not too little, and that's how it looks like in front. So yeah, this is the sleeve test. So do get this 2 sides if you guys want to sleeve your games. And again, as always, I'll link this down below, the exact model, so to speak. So yes, once again, that's the end of the video. So let me know how you guys think of this game. As always, do comment down below how does it actually resemble Twilight Imperium, and if you guys really like this game over other roll and rides, or if there's any other roll and rides that you think is really nice, do comment down below. And once again, thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribing down below. And yeah, that's it, and see you guys next time, and bye bye.